Hello, welcome to today's encouragement. I hope you all are well and getting ready for our next week lined up. We are in May already, halfway through the year. It always amazes me each year as the time speeds up. It seems like the older I get, the faster time flies. So, whatever it is that you need to do, you better do it quickly because time waits for no one. And so today we're going to take a look at the encouragement coming in for today. Today I'm going to use my Mushroom Spirit Oracle deck to see what energy comes out for us today. I will also use my Karma cards to take a look into the astrology coming out for us today. So let's see. I hope you all are well. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, where we take a look at things majority from a futuristic perspective, to try to take a look at where the energy is headed. But if you would be so kind to take a moment to stop, hit that like button. If you want to comment during or after the video, that would be great. Much appreciated. If you want to share it, you can. And if you have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. Hit the bell if you find yourself subscribing for the very first time. Let's see, Spirit, please and thank you. What is the energy coming out today for our encouragement? And it feels like the cards are a little bit hesitant. So you may be a little bit hesitant about something today. Maybe something's on your mind and you're not sure how to approach it. You're not sure whether or not to approach it today. You may find yourself in a bit of introspection today. It's always difficult to see these cards. With the Golden Teacher, it's called the Magic Mushroom. We also have the Enoki coming out with alignment. It's a number 8. That is all about movement. And then we have the Rosy Bonnet, which is talking about define. And last, we have the Red Cage, which is all about capture. And so it does feel a little bit like you may be in that energy of trying to figure out how to move forward. This is a perfect explanation of what that may feel like. You may be in a moment of introspection around something, or maybe this is the energy that's needed before you move forward. To take the moment to really take a good look at what it is that you're looking to do, what it is that you are looking to pull from a situation. It almost has the energy of learning something in this moment. I'm hearing when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? So there's something that is coming forward right now that it has allowed you to embrace it. It could be information, it could be some kind of lesson that you're learning, it could be a process that you're embarking upon now that you are ready. But whatever it is, this is calling you to expand upon the awareness by going within, with introspection. By going within and turning your attention inwardly towards meditation and stillness. It's always a good time to do that. And understand that you have all that you need within. It almost gives a feel like there is even the need to access the inner teacher within you. All of the answers that you need are already there. You just have to go within to seek that information. And then once you realize what the answer is, what it is that you're looking for, there's then the need to align with it. The Enoki mushroom is a mushroom that is native to China and Korea. It's a white mushroom with thin stalks. This is actually one of the mushrooms that I eat. And if I eat all kinds of mushrooms, but this one has kind of like texture of, well, it's actually textured, right? So when you cook it, it almost feels like you're pulling, chunks of, if you don't eat meat, I don't eat meat. And so I find many ways to substitute the protein, right? And so it has that kind of texture of pulling apart your protein. And so it's actually a really delicious mushroom, but it's thin stalked, and there's lots of very singular stalks that exist in this mushroom. And so, and all of these stalks go the same way, right? They're all headed in the same direction. There's kind of like an alignment that this particular mushroom has. And the combination of all of the stalks together is what creates this mushroom. If there was just one stalk, right, it would be very thin and weak and fragile. But when all of them stand together, there is the structure that creates strength. And that creates this bit of focus, is what I'm hearing. And so there's something about aligning all of your ideas, all of your energy in one direction towards that which you are contemplating today. There may be a need to bring all the energy in so that you can focus and resolve whatever is calling you to resolve today. Something about, bringing all of your energy in instead of being scattered. Maybe you're focused over here, focused over there, and focused on this and focused on that. There may be a moment of needing to identify where you need to be or where you're trying to go, or whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish today or tackle, and allow yourself to give it your full attention, because whatever this is, it needs to be aligned. Yeah. There's something here too about defining what that is. What is it? It doesn't give it any justice without defining it, right? There's something about that, needing to understand what it is, maybe that you're wanting, what it is that you think that this is, or that you're expecting. There may be something that needs to be looked at a little bit more closely here. You might notice something when you intently look at it, something that you may not notice by just glancing or assuming that you know what you see. There's something that needs to a little bit more attention, a little bit more of your intention. So there's something here about giving more attention and intention towards what it is. I get to feel like this is not just going to happen by thinking about it, but there's going to be a real desire to move towards it, a real intention for you to actually come out with the desired result that you have. That's what's going to be needed in order for you to capture the end result that you're looking for. This is all about what you're wanting today, or maybe something you've been thinking about for a while. Pulling something towards you. Let's take a look and see. I'm going to pull out some of my astrology cards to see what comes out here. It really does feel like there's like this real focused energy. You may have been thinking about this for a while, trying to decide, how do I want to approach this? How do I need to approach this? What is this encouragement about today, Spirit? What is the encouragement about today, Spirit? All right, so we have the first house, we have Pluto, and we have Sagittarius coming out here. So with the first house, Pluto and Sagittarius, it almost feels like there's something, this has something to do with how it's important to understand how you are presenting yourself or what you're projecting outwardly. It has something to do with the first house, who you are, and what it is that you are desiring, your actions towards that, and the need, something about doing it from an authentic space, doing it on your own, um, and taking immediate action. That's coming out here too with the first house. Taking immediate action. When we look at Pluto, Pluto is all about, this is almost like the energy of the judgment, about something being resurrected, possibly. Maybe there's some historical connection to whatever this is. This is something that there's a need for discipline for this, around this idea, whatever this is that you're pursuing today. There's a need to exercise discipline because the Pluto brings in the energy of possibly having either an obsessive energy around this, maybe overthinking it or being too possessive over it, needing it to happen a certain way, or needing, there's something about obsession and possibly even power struggles that come in with Pluto here today. So whatever that is for you, and for everybody that's watching and resonating, that could be different things. But we're going to get some tarot in a moment here. But it's keeping in mind, it may be more palatable, right? It may be more, it make more sense to approach it without a certain absolute in mind when it comes to the result. Being open to how things flow, because there's something about being obsessive here, or some power struggle that may have happened or may arise from this. So there's some level of being disciplined or controlling oneself today as this energy is coming forward. And when we look at the Sagittarius energy, this is allowing yourself to really expect the highest outcome. Not that you have to control it, but Sagittarius is all about allowing yourself to explore and dream and visualize. Sagittarius is the sage, and Sagittarius is, in many ways, is very imaginatory and is the dreamer, right? And so there's something about allowing yourself to expect the highest outcome here, the highest vision possible. But it's also talking about staying within the lines, following the rules with Sagittarius, and allowing yourself to release it or express it, to get it out. And so very interesting energy coming in here with in the first house with Pluto and Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart, okay? But let's take a look. I feel like whatever this is, just like we found here in the Oracle Define, there is a need to get more information here. There's something that you need to see a little bit deeper, or there's something that you have not seen just for the fact that you've kind of glanced over it, maybe even assumed something about this situation. There's a need to go in and really understand what it is that you're looking at or desiring, okay? I feel like whatever this is a bit more complex than you realize, which means that it needs a different approach, okay? And when that work is done, you walk away in this Sagittarian energy. Has something to do with it, okay? The Archer. But let's see, give us more information on this encouragement coming in today, Spirit, for our viewers. Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. And the Knight of Wands on the bottom. So this is the energy of wanting to move towards something. The Knight of Wands shows maybe a hidden energy that may not be readily open for everyone to see. It may not be apparent, but there's a desire to move towards something that will bring in victory. The Four of Wands is usually this very celebratory energy over something that has been worked on, even sometimes as a group or for more than one person, as a community. There's a need or a desire to move into victory. There are many facets of this, though. With the Two of Pentacles, it may not be as simple as it sounds, because the Two of Pentacles is maybe needing to operate in many different areas or focus or identify or even address more than one thing. This feels like something that's multifaceted. It's not just one perspective. There's many things attached to this. But there's some difficulty with the Four of Cups. I don't know if this has been something that's been difficult to sell, to have others jump on board, to be a part of. There's something that is not being readily accepted when it's being offered or when it's being presented. There may even be a bit of boredom here when it comes to what this is, what this offer is, or maybe it's not. There's a feeling like there's something missing with it. So let's see, what is the challenge with this energy coming in where there's something being worked on? There's something being worked on and observed, and there's a certain desired result here with some offer coming in. I have the Nine of Pentacles as the challenge, the Six of Pentacles, and the Fool. There's a need, like I was saying, with the energy that came out, introspection, align, define, and capture. I feel like the whole idea of how this has been approached, maybe just a little assumptuous. There's a need to go a little bit deeper. I feel like Spirit is saying, go deeper. Maybe there's the assumption that you're offering something that you feel like they need or someone needs. Maybe they don't with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe there is just something that doesn't align with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about balance when it comes to this energy of, hey, I give you what you need and then you give me what I need. There's something that's coming in as a challenge. It hasn't happened. It's not happening. It's not evenly balanced. And then the Fool, there's the need for a new approach here. That's the challenge. I feel like there is an assumption that something will work. Maybe there was just too much confidence, possibly, without actually doing the work of what this is. It's almost like creating this fabulous contraption that everyone needs. Say you created like a back scratcher, right? And everyone needs it. And so you're like, oh, people are going to love this, right? And so you go ahead and you just create it because everyone needs a back scratcher, but you didn't really look in the details of how that would actually be practical, right? Like, how long does the back scratcher need to be? Does it need to be an adjustable? Maybe they want to scratch the bottom of their backs. Maybe they just want to scratch right here by the shoulders, right? And so you just created just one length. It's not adjustable. So it may be applicable to some, but the audience that you were looking to pull in, it's not applicable for, because they were looking for something that would go down deeper in the back area, right? And maybe there is a need to make the phalanges on the back scratcher flexible, right? Maybe someone wants something that's kind of movable and that like molds to the shapes of their back instead of having something that's just set in place, right? So it's something about paying attention to details. I feel like the approach needs to be taken back to the drawing board, and there's a little bit more work that needs to be done in order for you to reach the victory that you're looking for. Yeah. Page of Pentacles came out. There's a need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe do a little bit more research, a little bit more homework on this. Let's see. I'll be nosy. What is this? Tell us, what is this that is coming out in the energy here today? What are we talking about, Spirit? The Wheel of Fortune. This could be something tied to someone's destiny. The Magician, something that someone is manifesting. The Ten of Pentacles, it has everything to do with money. This could be a job. This could be some type of product that you're offering, or even some service that you're offering, but it's tied to money. We have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. It has something to do with the internet and offering something. Yeah. It has something to do with what's being offered, something that you're manifesting. Again, there's more than one way to do this with the Two of Wands on the bottom. There's something about your approach, needing to go back and reassess your approach towards this. Let's see. And how will my viewer know that this is for them? How will my viewer know that this reading is for them, Spirit? Because you know what you're working on. You know what, that you desire something right now that you've been working on. You haven't quite hit the target. You know you're in the vicinity. You know that you're more than able to hit the target with the Queen of Wands. Very highly confident, right? You are probably someone who goes after what they want and you don't stop until you get it. You're probably even someone who sets out to get something and you're pulling a lot in, but not exactly what it is that you have your eye on or that you specifically have called in. And so it's almost like casting out a net and pulling in all kinds of things out of the water, but you don't quite see what you're looking for. So you know that you're attractive. You know that you have this very confident energy to pull in what you desire. You may even have become a little bit obsessive over this. I'm getting that energy with Pluto. Pluto came out. You could be with the Queen of Wands and Aries. You could be a Capricorn. You could be a Pisces with the moon here, or a Cancer. You're seeking answers. You've asked, what do I need to do? That's how you know if this is you. If you've asked that question, this reading may be for you, okay? Yeah. The King of Pentacles, excuse me, which is, I believe this is going to be Virgo energy. You've pulled back. If you've pulled back just to take another look to see what's going on, you know that this is for you as well. Not that the King of Pentacles lacks confidence or the resources to do this. The King of Pentacles is actually very methodical, not jumping into things. The King of Pentacles does carry very heavy masculine energy, but it's not quick moving. The King of Pentacles is very meticulous in the method and is concerned about staying balanced and maintaining, the resources responsibly. This energy is not just going to jump out and do something. It is one that will watch and wait and study. And so if that's you, then you know that this reading is applying to you, okay? So what is the advice as we end out today's encouragement moving forward? I guess we already know there may be a need to go back to the drawing board and reassess what needs to happen. I do feel like with the Ace of Swords coming out here, there is information coming in with the Ace of Swords that will empower you. There's an opportunity coming in that will give insight to what it is that you're trying to do. Just be open to it. Maybe what you've tried is not the only way or the right way. Be open to that information coming in and understand that, yeah, maybe there's more to learn in this situation. The Three of Wands came out already, but it came out in the advice. And so be willing to be open for expansion. You know what you know, that without a shadow of a doubt. Now ask, what do I need to know? And be open to receive it. With the Three of Wands, he has his back towards two wands that he's already planted. It's stable, it's done. He's learned and mastered those two. It's already done, but he holds one wand in front of him as he's moving forward. And so there is definitely things about this, I feel like, that you have down like the back of your hand. But what you're moving towards is something that's going to expand you. It's going to grow you. It's going to cause you to stretch outside of your limits. So it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. It's good energy if you're up for the challenge. Okay, so that's the energy coming through today. For the encouragement of the day, thank you for stopping by. It's been Blood Moon Oracle. Until next time, be open, okay?